Left Behind is an insulting, ridiculous mess that makes me want to punch all of you listening in the face. The plot sounds amazing. A small group of survivors are left behind after millions of people suddenly vanish and the world is plunged into chaos and destruction. Let alone that Nicolas Cage is our handsome leading man here. But when the first review on IMDb is headlined with 1 star, I want my money back, you have to wonder just what went wrong here. Turns out this movie is a remake of a film which was based on a book of the same name from the year 2000, except the movie is added after Left Behind. And that one starred Kirk Cameron. Yes, Kirk Cameron, the alien. I think if you've been following the search for the worst for a while now, you can probably guess where this is going. Kirk Cameron likes to star in Christian propaganda, basically. And that's what this film effectively is. Terrible, awful Christian propaganda. Except instead of an alien being the main character, it's a crazy, bird-looking man who always looks confused as to where he actually is. So it turns out Nicolas Cage decided to do this movie because his brother is a pastor and said he should be in it, because it would be great for, you know, the Christians and whatnot. It also helps that he was paid $3 million for 10 days of work. That's $300,000 a day. Wow. I'm going to explain to you why this film sucks now. No time is wasted as the film opens with one of the main characters being established as coming home from somewhere. You know what, to make this easier, I'm going to reference every character in terms of how they're related to Nicolas Cage in this movie. So this blonde woman is Nicolas Cage's daughter. She's informed by Nicolas Cage's wife that Nicolas Cage can't make it to Nicolas Cage's surprise birthday party because he's working. Be prepared to hear Nicolas Cage dozens of times in this video until I get bored and give up. Wow, I wonder if Nicolas Cage was actually there for that totally not Photoshop family portrait. Some famous journalist shows up who's the love interest for Nicolas Cage's daughter, kind of, sort of, but not really, a little bit. I don't know. He signs a bunch of autographs and I'm left wondering how weird and dated this situation seems. Since when does anyone, recognize a journalist? An investigative journalist? What?
Investigative journalist. Remember?
Some crazy woman asks if he reads the Bible. Then when he says no, she quotes the Bible at him.
Well, Matthew 24 verse 7 says that there shall be famines, pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places.
I only say she's crazy because this is a very strange question to ask somebody, out of the blue. Nicolas Cage's daughter butts in with a completely reasonable retort to the religious scripture, and they have an edgy little argument about why God is real or not real.
Honey, God knows everything. So then why doesn't he do something?
Obviously, this is supposed to be the moment where we all gasp and say, "You dumb bitch, how dare you say that about God? I damn you to hell unless you think what I think." But I expect most people, that's including rational Christians, will not be victim to the narrative this film is trying to push onto its audience, because it's stupid and incredibly ham-fisted. Finally, Nicolas Cage shows up in a suitably slimy scene where he slips off his wedding ring so he can go flirt with his hot air hostess. His character's name is Rayford Steele. What is he, a G.I. Joe? Back to journalist who totally wants to pound Nicolas Cage's daughter. He describes the religious lady she just had a debate with as being nutty.
Nutty lady.
And she explains that her mum is so religious that she thinks she's wacko.
I've decided to go with wacko. 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 Wacko.
Again, setting up everyone for the,
"See, I told you you should be a Christian!"
moment.
Oh, I'm slaying.
Subtlety and Nicolas Cage are two words that don't belong in the same sentence. And it's pretty wonderful. For some reason, Nicolas Cage acknowledges the journalist by name.
You're Cameron Williams. Holy cow.
And I have no idea why. I guess because he's so famous, and that he's a main character in the story. I don't know why they make such a big deal out of everyone recognizing him, because, the fact that he's a journalist isn't exactly that important to the story. I guess it's either because that's what he was in the book, or because it's the only excuse they could think of for him having a DSLR camera later in the plane sequences.
That's cool. It's good.
The entire first sequence is just scene after scene of the script purposefully making fun of Christians for being crazy. It's all very silly, heavy-handed, cheesy, flat, and most of all, boring. Unless Nicolas Cage is there, here's a darling. The journalist and Cage's daughter part ways so he can get onto the plane heading to London. It's being piloted by Nicolas Cage. Did I mention that Nicolas Cage is in this movie? The film really struggles to come up with reasons for characters to talk to each other and interact. Like when a journalist man sits down on the plane, this guy asks him if he got Nicolas Cage's daughter's number, despite never meeting him before and explaining that he was watching them and saw what they were doing. Like a creepy weirdo. And he just responds as if that's like a normal thing. Hey, I was spying on you.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I thought it was about that first class.
Huh?
I know you. Look, George. It's Frank Sinatra.
What's that?
It's Frank.
Oh! If I give credit anywhere, it's that if these ridiculous Christian movies are good at anything, it's being horribly unfunny. Take note of this guy, he's very clearly a Muslim. He'll be important later. There's also this guy who's a character actor you'll probably recognize from movies like Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know what the correct nomenclature for people of his size is anymore, so I'm just gonna call him Mini-Me. I'm sure that won't offend anyone. I've never even seen Austin Powers. The plane finally takes off and we're still waiting for people to be left behind. And then we all yawn because where's the apocalypse already? I want death and destruction. I was promised death, chaos and destruction, goddammit. Nicolas Cage's daughter arrives home and is greeted by her much younger brother who she has a gift for. We see our first Bible because remember to be a Christian, everybody. There's a bizarre scene back on the plane where these two characters who've never been introduced to before have a conversation about how a plane is secretly being invented by the Defense Department that can fly 300 passengers from New York to London in 6 minutes. The Asian guy then says it's probably been reverse engineered from alien technology.
Probably something very different.
Scott, please! This is only loosely mentioned here to be funny and also so it can be referenced again later and be equally unfunny. I don't have much else to say except, why is this in the movie? I think it was supposed to be really funny and wacky, but I just find it mostly confusing. You could take the scene out of the movie and absolutely nothing would change at all. There's some tension between Nicolas Cage's wife who's religious and the atheist Nicolas Cage's daughter. I've made this so needlessly confusing. And she leaves in a huff. Mini-Me has a go at the Muslim who kindly offers him some help with his luggage. Then he has a conversation with the kid sitting opposite him about American football.
You got plays ball on TV?
I'm just as confused as you are. I'm relatively sure all these random scenes of passengers in the plane are the dictionary definition of filler. I really don't think this film will have enough content without these scenes to actually be classed as a movie. It will be like 25 minutes long. Nick Cage's daughter takes her brother to the mall. And after one more conversation about why their mum is crazy for being religious, it finally happens. 30 minutes
lives in everyone who's not a devout Christian is left behind. There's an entertaining few minutes where everyone goes crazy because all the Christians disappeared, and for some reason a bunch of children's clothing just kind of falls from the sky or something. It's not really explained. Of course, at this point in the movie, we're not supposed to know that it was just the Christians who were taken away, but it's pretty fucking obvious. Wait, what did I just spill to myself? This isn't a kid's show. You have to be a blind, retarded, fucking indoctrinated hyper-Christian to not notice this. Too far? While Nicolas Cage was out of the cockpit chilling with the passengers, the co-pilot was beamed up to heaven so the plane starts to plummet. Why the pilot would leave the cabin, I have no idea. Luckily, Nicolas Cage saves the day because he's an epic hero. So now it's really when the film either becomes even more insufferable or 20 times more entertaining to you because it's just so stupid. This material has such little faith in the human race that after already Christians miraculously beamed off Earth, it immediately descends into utter chaos. Murder, shoplifting, anger, rage. Within seconds, society seems to be in complete ruin. Now, I know there are a lot of Christians in the world. I believe they make up just under a third of the entire population of planet Earth. But there would still be, you know, like 2/3 of the planet left, if not more, because in this universe only the worthy Christians seem to have been taken away. How that is decided by God, we'll discuss later. I'd like to think our first reaction to this happening in the real world wouldn't be to immediately murder each other and steal TVs from shops. But maybe that's just me being too optimistic. Anyway, the journalist pulls out a camera and starts documenting this crazy event because they somewhat understandably think it has only happened to them on this one plane. But for some reason, a group of angry passengers tries to storm their way into the pilot's cabin, even though I'm not sure how you would know anything more than any of them. You're just flying the fucking plane. Pitch flips down the oxygen mask and says everyone needs to sit down through the intercom. I mean, you can't do it. Let's quickly talk about the way the story is edited. You probably noticed that the two different storylines seem to be shown to us at completely random times. Usually you hope that when you have two different stories going on simultaneously, you ideally either hope for some kind of link where changes in one story affect the other. But at the very minimum, the type of pacing that constantly leads you on a mini cliffhanger because each scene ends to build momentum, but eventually ends with some kind of payoff. Obviously the two stories are going to intersect at some point in this movie, but when that is, it's only in service of the clumsy and awkward script, as opposed to making sense naturally in the world of this movie. So because this film has no idea what it's doing, you end up with random scenes like the one earlier about the secret government projects that are nothing but pointless filler that adds nothing to the basic narrative, or like this scene we're at now, where a small plane crashes near Nicolas Cage's daughter. Apart from being some mindless action or a representation of the spectacle of this event, it really has no point. Within seconds we're back on the plane. I don't know about you, it always bugs me in movies when they have these fake UIs for phones or computers. But what phone in the whole universe even looks like that? I realize it's probably because they want to avoid any potential legal problems with Apple or Google. There's a nitpick that always bugs me nevertheless. Also, make sure you remember that there's no satellite around here. You can't get reception on your phone. There's an unintentional hilarious scene where the journalist points his camera in the face of some poor mother whose child has been beamed up to heaven. I think it's just the fact that she's awkwardly holding that stupid hippo. This is so utterly ridiculous. Why would they go out of their way to do that to her? For no reason, an empty school bus falls off a bridge and it cuts away. This is always what Nicolas Cage's daughter scenes are like the next half an hour. Completely pointless, meaningless chaos. We're introduced to a truly awful English actor who claims, what do you know? It turns out she's a drug addict, who then says that none of this is happening. Yet another completely pointless interaction that means nothing. The Muslim man stands up and says to everyone that they should pray to God for what's happened. I think we should all do right now. Yes, so great. And Mimi very aggressively rails him for being a Muslim and implies that he's suspicious that it was him who caused this crazy event to happen. Nicolas Cage decides to turn the plane around and go back to New York. Back on the ground, we see his daughter running around desperately trying to find her brother. But Nicolas Cage is still policemen holding people back, as well as an ambulance that's helping injured people. So has society completely collapsed or not? It's like this movie can't decide. Anytime it just because every loyal Christian would walk into heaven, that would mean that every means of communication would instantly go down to Nicolas Cage on the plane. There's absolutely no logical consistency with the kind of destruction that would happen in this insane scenario within the confines of this movie. There's a point of action scene where the plane has a collision course with another airline, but I guess it's 100% made up of Christians because it seems to be completely empty. Mainly one because the amount of questions this brings up is more frustrating than ignoring anything else. Mimi seems to be the Muslim's bag to try and find anything suspicious. There's no reason other than dramatic effect. He pulls some unknown object out of the bag and it's implied it was a firearm of some sort. Daughter gets a shotgun in the face. That's absolutely right. Wow, so it turns out the Muslim guy isn't holding a gun. It's an electric toothbrush. Wow, what a clever, well-written bait and switch. No, but really, why did this happen? Why did he threaten him with a toothbrush in that aggressive, gun-like hand movement? Was it to trick the audience into contrived conflict to make you put trust in the Muslim guy? What am I supposed to think? It makes no sense. Nicolas Cage's daughter breaks her way into a hospital for some reason to find the baby ward. Of course all the babies are gone because under this movie's rules, every child is innocent and gets to go to heaven no matter what. I think they decide to acknowledge how the logic of this movie goes by. Makes no sense at all. So the only people who are taken to heaven are the true Christians, right? Or those who can be considered innocent or pure in the eyes of God, aka children or babies. But every Christian character in this movie is presented as a heavy-handed crazy lunatic who acts completely rule their life, which in Nicolas Cage's right instance has completely ruined her marriage, her relationship with her daughter, and is on her way to ruining her son as well. Because somebody tries to spin a religious aspect of this movie into some kind of agenda, I simply state to you what is presented to me within the confines of the movie. So then we go to the full-on insulting and offensive part of the sentence. I don't think either is widely too far. Think about what the movie is implying here. It's saying that if you go out with another woman while you're married, don't believe in God because you need more evidence, are a drug addict, or worst of all, that you don't practice the exact same branch of Christianity or any other religion, you are wrong and deserve to be punished in the eyes of the God that is in this movie. Earlier on, the daughter character explains that she doesn't want a God who causes natural disasters and needs death and torture. This character constantly turns on about how horrible all that is, and goes out of her way to condemn this idea. That's not really true. It all happens because she's proven right. God is actually pretty in this movie. This isn't a Christian God. It's like fucking no business. The simplistic and reductive way this movie plays around with religion should not only just be insulting to everyone, but most of all to people who practice Christianity. How did anyone watch this movie and never learn this message? You have to be an absolute crazy lunatic to tell me that these flawed people who make human mistakes deserve to be punished. A lot of people have seemingly done nothing at all. But what does this old lady do? What did Mimi do? You tell me that being a serial killer is just as bad as someone who's addicted to drugs for some reason that isn't explained in the movie. You know what? Maybe the God from this film does exist in real life. Maybe to follow the logic of this film, it would be able to take any word to heaven because humans are complex and nuanced. You can't find someone to be a worthy person based on if they've ever flirted with someone or questioned blind faith or taken drugs or whatever petty notions film condemns. This is why I consider this film to be completely hopeless, despite its admittedly blind competency in terms of how it's put together technically. A message like this makes it sound so much worse to me than anything any amazing dog would have done at any time. It's its own playing field of bad and insulting. Right, I'm going to finish this shit. They use the pilot from a collision area and a few reasons for the average number in the air. Oh, come on, don't be yourselves. Fuck off. This is the worst shit I've ever seen on Earth. Did you get down to a commercial airline? This is so stupid. The terrible Englishman explains what's going on because, well, that's my point. Actually, mate, in this movie, it doesn't matter what you believe. You use your free will to choose the wrong option in life. So now we're doomed to future damnation and chaos. Nicolas Cage realizes that his wife was right all along. I'm supposed to be this really cute, aww moment. I'm just left here thinking, hold on, you've done anything wrong. I think the movie, he hasn't even cheated on his wife. He's just playing around with the idea. Anything more being immoral, but doesn't necessarily make him an evil person, especially considering the circumstances in the movie. Does it? Or am I the crazy one? I don't even know anymore. We've skipped a point on these stupid side characters and skipped loads of the pointless scenes out. But this one is just too baffling, not coming on. Out of nowhere, two characters who have never spoken to each other. Had a heartfelt scene, but this guy explains that he used to know her dad, and it devolves into a speech about how he wishes he spent more time with his own daughter, and I don't know what to say. I don't even know either of their fucking names. I don't remember me. Never once. Nicolas Cage is also trying to stop a bridge to kill herself, or to look at the moon. Either would do. All of a sudden, the phones begin to start working, so anyone wants to take it to happen. So yeah, this is how the story's going. The daughter is tasked with helping the plane land by clearing the runway. The plane lands safely, but nothing happens because the film ends with the passengers staring at New York with his flames for some inexplicable reason. What happened? How did fire that devastating? Stop. It doesn't matter. The final block punch is crucial line in history about how this is all just the beginning. The film ends on a quote from the Bible, but I have a national fishing quote at the end. How about God is a dick? Oh, yeah, I don't know. Let's just thank God that Amy gave us a sequel with a huge failure. Left behind is a masterpiece and happily felt the audience. If you want to piss everyone off at the same time as being boring, creative and stylistic and unique, then go ahead and copy everything this film does. I say I have a massive ace of places as the lowest ranking movie because of how annoyed the message makes me. Also, if you look past it, there are some scenes that are so poorly made bad, there are some genuine moments in the action, terrible acting from Nicolas Cage and literally everyone else. I need to make